Unspeakable, preventable, totally avoidable tragedy in Illinois about last week. Two men, stepbrothers, one in his 60s, one in his 50s, get into a very heated argument, according to the news story I read. Very heated argument, and then the 60-year-old goes and grabs a gun, comes back and shoots his stepbrother in the head. Killed him right then and there over an argument over the COVID-19 virus. And both these guys apparently had a good enough relationship that they were living next to each other as neighbors. Obviously, there's a whole lot that wasn't in the news articles, a lot of stuff that wasn't mentioned, like whether or not there's a drug and alcohol abuse involved and so on. Maybe it's a dysfunctional family. Anyway, but from a basic face value look at it, what conflict de-escalation lessons can we pull out of this tragic incident? Well, number one, folks, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You've got to have that self-discipline and self-awareness to recognize you're dealing with another person who has a very strong difference of opinion. There's no point in going back and forth. You're not going to change their mind. And, you know, the news article said that it was a very heated argument. And so that tells me that there is probably some yelling, screaming, swearing, finger pointing, and all that. You've got to recognize when it's time to just pop smoke and just leave. Because this one brother coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda just got up and said, you know what, I'm out, and walked across the yard, went home, called it a day, called it a night. However, he allowed himself to get sucked into a situation where he ended up getting so offended, so frustrated, that he ended up doing something that totally escalated the situation. He got so upset, he went and got a 9mm handgun and put a bullet right in his brother's head. That's really not an effective way to be maintaining family relationships. That's going to be an awkward Thanksgiving family gathering later this year. Folks, the longer you stay in a situation, in a confrontational situation with another person by yourself, the higher the probability you're going to end up saying or doing something that escalates the situation. Just exactly like this happened. He ended up getting so frustrated, so impatient, so offended that he went and shot and killed his own brother. Folks, take a deep breath, maintain that self-discipline and awareness to recognize when it's probably time to just get up and walk away.